Giggles. TJ. Just got back from doing 2 ships, so I'm kind of a little bit disheveled, but we'll get it under control here shortly. I think we're up and running. Good morning, Brenda. Yeah, Mia and I went and got 2 ships. Mia's part of the deal was that she hasn't been fed yet. Oh, I know.
It don't count to be first unless you're first on a panel. Got my Halloween suit on, my Halloween costume on.
So how'd it go last night?
I come about an inch from being thrown out the stadium.
Really?
Yep.
What happened?
Stupid ass official. I'm telling you, I don't know where they got. It's St. Paul's. St. Paul's on the opening coin flip. They cheated, the officials. Mandeville lost the toss, so then St. Paul's got the option to take the ball, defer. So they deferred, right?
Yep.
So they deferred, and asked Mandeville, "What do you want?" Well, we don't want the ball. We want to go against the win in the first half, because it was really windy. We want the win in the second half. The official says, "You don't get that choice. You got to take the ball." They do have the choice. So that was the first thing they did, right? So they gave St. Paul a win in the second half. First play of the game, quarterback gets hit. He's going down, and as he hits the ground, the whistle blows. So the whistle blows. Ball comes loose after the whistle blows. St. Paul grabs it. They said fumble, gave it to St. Paul. And the thing was, is the quarterback had thrown the ball on the ground after the whistle blew. Coaches will live it. And I said, I was standing pretty close to one of the officials. I said, that's the second thing like that. The second time y'all cheated tonight. So that's all I said, right? So we're in the second quarter, and I'm standing on the sideline, and St. Paul has a blue line that I'm supposed to be by. Then they have a yellow line. If you at soccer, you got to be way past the yellow line. So in the yellow line is about 10 yards off the field. I'm standing there now. Joey, the other photographer, is standing pretty close to the thing too, to the blue line. But on the back, I hear, "Move back." And I'm standing there. I'm not paying attention to it. Move back. I told you to move back. I'm standing there. Photographer, you move back behind the freaking yellow line. I said, "You talking to me?" I said, "Why are you singling me out when you got players standing all along this blue line?" He walks over and he goes, "You got to go." I said, "Oh, bullshit." Like that. Bullshit that I'm going. I said, "Where's your white hat?" And Joey jumped up. The other photographer come running over. And I said, "I know what I'm doing." I said, "I don't know if you do." I said, "The LHSA rule says I got to be 5 yards off the field. I'm 5 yards off the field." I said, "I need some names." I said, "I'm going to LHSA with it." "Well, you need to just move back a little bit." Like that. I said, "Yeah, I need to move back." I said, "Watch, when y'all down the field 40 yards, I'm going to be on the field." Like, that was the end of it right there. I said, "You can't be talking to me."
Well, you know what, you might want to get a body cam and wear it around your neck.
Well, I'm telling you,
And
I got one.
and you can just say, yeah, keep talking because I'm recording.
Well, that field has all kind of problems. They've had officials arrested on that field. They've had cops fired on that field. It's just everybody cheats. Look, TJ, I'm in my Halloween costume.
I see that. It looks nice. Looks very, very nice.
I even comb my hair. It's better than you ever seen. Nobody that has hair like this ever in the world. Some of the best hair you've ever seen.
I think Jim Beauchart's got a hat like that.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Well, I bought
gotta
this.
pee real quick.
I bought this with the $25 gift card and a gun cleaning kit that Art sent me because he sent my drone to the wrong person.
Oh, nice. Wait, who'd you get a $25 gift card from?
Yeah, Art. He had sent. Well, I won a drone on the show, and he accidentally sent it to Lambo.
So
I told him, I said, don't worry about it. So you sent me the Christmas card with a $25 gift card in it. So I figured this is better than this hat and the gun cleaning kit is better than a drone. Better than a $25 drone.
Oh yeah, okay. So did Brett end up keeping the drone, or did he send it to you, or?
Well, he said, I'll send it to you to keep it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not worried about it. It was one of the little like holy
one of those like crappy,
drones.
the little crappy drones.
Well, all I was gonna do with it was fly it through the tugboat. If it made it, it made it. If it didn't, it was gonna have a burial at sea.
Yeah. One of those non-DJI drones.
It was. I don't think it had a brand name on it.
So wait. So you were you flying the drone at the football or the baseball game or football game, or were you just taking pictures?
I'm taking pictures like I always do.
Okay.
TJ, I'm doing it today. Leaning to the
I was doing something in the process of Joe telling the story. Like I was taking coffee grounds out of the coffee pot and putting them in the plant and stuff, and just trying to get myself situated and whatnot. So I kind of missed half of the story. I mean, I was listening to it before when I came downstairs from making the bed, and then I took the coffee.
TJ, lean in.
Lean in.
Now, I just want to tell you something. You don't need the whole story. You working today, TJ?
Yeah, I go in at noon today, and then I'm off tomorrow.
Bluey, back it in.
Back it in.
Thank God tomorrow's Friday.
Good afternoon, Mark. Wait, what? It's Friday.
Thank God tomorrow's Friday.
Oh, that's better. You said thank God it's Friday.
No, tomorrow is. Today's Thursday.
Oh dear. See the Yankees blew it last night. They were leading at the end of the 7th and lost it in the 8th.
Oh hell.
So the Dodgers last night win the World Series, right?
Yeah.
So in LA, they go party and they start burning city buses. Stupid people.
Yeah.
When the Saints won the Super Bowl, the streets of New Orleans got packed all night, right? Never had a fight, never had an argument, never had anything burnt. People were driving up and down Porters by the Dome celebrating. They were having parties at night, you know. Nobody had a problem. But me and that official got into it real quick. Even the principal of Mandeville come running over. I said, "You're not talking to me, right?"
What happened? You ended up getting too close to the.
I was where I was supposed to be. He just decided he wanted me back further, and the other photographer standing almost next to me, but he wants me to go back further. The other photographer is the photographer of St. Paul.
Oh.
And Joey jumped up and he said, "Hold on, he's right where he's supposed to be." And he turned around and told Joey, "You need to stop talking to me like that." And Joey said, "I know you didn't tell me that." You know, hold on, I got a call.
Oh, TJ, so you work today?
Yeah, I go in at noon today, and then
Okay. Okay, stop a minute, TJ. Paul, you into
Yeah.
the computer. You into the computer. Come on.
What?
lean in.
I
Lean in.
literally asked him this 5 seconds ago.
Well, I had to take care of Mia. Mia comes first, buddy. I love all you guys, but when Mia has a problem, I'm her man.
Yeah, you got
I'm
to
gonna have to
take care of
sort
the
this.
fur baby.
I'm gonna have to sort this panel out. You're all getting muddled up.
Well, the thing of it is, when you're alone, and you probably know this, but when you're alone and your only link to the outside world is your fur baby, that's number one.
Paul,
Well,
when I'm alone, my link to the outside world is over. I just want peace. Piss off, everybody.
well, in retrospect, damn, I can't talk this morning.
Retrospect.
Retro.
Yeah, retrospect of retrospect of things.
TJ,
If that's
I got you some homework, TJ. I'm
What's
just
that?
about to go and get my McDonald's. I need you to write down everything discussed, and then when I come back, you can repeat it. I'll turn you up, it's easier.
What's up, Philip? Happy Halloween.
Yeah, it's Halloween 2024. And you can tell Mark is all excited about it.
Oh yeah.
This is
Really
what I'm just going to nip and plug the front door into the mains.
I don't really have anything to wear except my Luigi hat.
Did you hear what David said? What he said, he's going to plug it into the main means he's going to electrify the front door knob. So when the kids come up and
Oh yeah. Or put a when it like Kevin McAllister did. He put the hot thing on the handle, so when they grab the handle, their hand like burns or whatever. And a big M is like in the middle of your hand. Jonathan, what's up?
Hi, Jonathan.
So I got a couple of ships this morning, got back and had 15 minutes to spare to get on here.
So I went flying the other day, and I had this battery right here, and then I looked on the back and noticed it was kind of like, I don't know if it'll
puffy.
show. Yeah, kind of puffy. So I was like, oh, better not fly this battery.
Well, you probably could get away with it for a little bit, but as it swells, it'll get more and more dangerous.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna, I don't know, chunk this battery into the lake out there, or probably just.
Don't say that on here. Just
TJ.
Yeah, what you do is you go to like a Best Buy or something. They have a container right by the door where you put old batteries in.
Oh, okay.
And they properly dispose of them.
I think last time I had a battery like this, I was told to put some mixed water and put some salt in there, and then just let it sit in the salt water.
Well, that'll cause it to discharge. Yes.
Yeah.
TJ,
David.
don't make me have to tell you again. Listen to me. Do not chuck that battery into the water. You'll kill the fish.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? Do not, under any circumstances, put that battery in any water. Because if it's got a smallest of hole in it and it gets wet, not only will it will discharge very fastly, and it will destroy your home.
Yep.
Oh.
That's why I don't know. I haven't seen any in a while, but if you go back and you look on YouTube, you'll see cases of where they had to fling them outside. They burst into flames and.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I was looking at, because it wasn't, when I went to put it in, it wasn't flush with the drone. So I was like, oh, this battery must be swole. Better not use it.
Well, the thing of it is what you could do is put it in your drone, turn it on, and let it run as long as it's outside. Run it down to 0. Discharge it
okay.
all the way.
Or TJ,
Yeah, because it's fully charged right now.
Yeah.
right, TJ, do you have any wire?
Any wire? I don't think so. No.
Oh, well, don't do this then. The best way to deal with it is get an old torch, all right, and you connect one wire to the live, one to the negative, and then put it to the battery and let the torch like burn down the battery.
Oh. So I could like put it in the drone, just like let it sit there and hover, and just let it.
Well, I wouldn't even.
I wouldn't do that. Don't bother.
You
Because it'll go.
could actually put it in the drone, leave it on the ground. And you know how when you spin it up, the props are spinning. You just leave
Yeah.
it there. Don't hover it.
Only slight problem. If it goes, your drone's going with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I hit start and the prop starts spinning, it's gonna take off and just like hover.
Well, what kind you got?
It's one of these
No.
batteries.
Oh, what kind of drone are you flying?
Oh, the Air 2S.
Okay, the
It's
Air
not
2S
gonna
doesn't
take
take
off.
off till you tell it to take off.
Yeah, but you said let the props spin.
Yeah, well, that's just when you turn it
If you-
on.
If you pull the sticks in and turn the props on, it's not going anywhere. If you press take off, then it'll take off.
Right.
It sticks
DJ?
in, props start spinning. You could sit on the ground forever with the props spinning.
CJ, lean forward.
lean forward. DJ.
Yeah, they're not so easy to discharge either because there's about 6 contacts on them batteries and you don't know which ones are which.
Right.
Yeah, John was saying DJI tells you if the battery is damaged, submerge it in salt water.
They do
I
actually,
do that. I go out and throw it in Lake Pontchartrain.
because if you have a battery that's dead under warranty, they don't want you to send it back. They want you to prove that it's no good by immersing it into water and sending them a photograph of it in the water.
Oh, look, it's gone to boom.
So what's wrong with it, TJ? I didn't hear it.
Show me battery. Turn it sideways. See the bottom of it starting to swell?
Get it out the house, put it in salt water.
Yeah, do it in the garden, not in the house, TJ.
Yeah, go outside, get a bucket, go get some water somewhere. It's got salt water wherever if you got it close to you, and just put it in there and leave it sit.
Just go to the ocean and just get some salt water out of there.
Yeah, if you're close enough.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm that far from the beach, anyways. I don't know if the lake out here is salt water. I don't.
No,
That's fresh water. Well, the other thing you could do, you could get it water in a bucket and add household salt to it, right?
No,
Yeah, it could.
don't
I
be
don't think
doing
that'll work.
this shit.
Yeah, that costs money.
Anybody watching this, don't follow this guy's advice, right? Unless you're feeling very suicidal. Now, TJ, I know you're stupid enough to follow their advice. Come, lean forward. I just need to take a picture of your eyebrows and you remember what they look like.
David,
You got a Home Depot by you?
DJI.
I don't-
Home Depot takes the
DJI
batteries.
is a Chinese company.
You go in there and tell them they got to recycle.
They tell you
Yeah,
that if you
most
want
of your electronic stores will recycle batteries.
Now, if you go to Best Buy, they're going to charge you.
Yeah.
Best Buy wants $5 a battery.
That's
if you're going to
crazy.
watch it,
Well, I think
gonna,
make a phone call later to Home Depot and ask them. Tell them you got some batteries that are going bad, like lipo batteries, and tell them that you or whatever batteries they are.
Can you
And
just
tell
bring
them-
them in?
Tell them can you dispose of them there? They might say yeah, they got a place they do it.
Tesco's used to have a battery bin, but they haven't anymore.
They do, you've just got to ask staff.
Yeah, I might do that. Might I don't know, go to the beach and get some salt water and
No,
put it in a cupboard or whatever, or
no.
like you said, take it to Home Depot or Lowe's or someplace and
No, you're not putting it in water. Seawater is not salty enough. It's salted, but it's not salty enough for what you want.
Yeah.
Either that or just take an electric drill and drill a hole through it.
Yeah, there you
Don't do
go.
that. Do not do that.
Boom.
You know what? We're all giving bad advice out here. TJ, wait for the first kid to knock on your door, trick or treating, and go, here, have a trick. And give
Yeah, have a trick. Yeah, just leave it like sitting outside and be like, boom, there's your trick for you.
Yeah, I would. How many you got like that?
Just this one.
Send it to
Yeah,
Alex.
I would get it out the house. Don't leave it in your automobile either. Because if you have it in your automobile and it's hot, it might you decide to ignite the
Yeah.
automobile.
Send it to Alex so he can shoot it.
Give it that.
Adrian to do it.
Or I could just take it over to Matt's house, over to Maddie's house, and then we could shoot at it with.
Well,
he's
Ned,
got a
what you
gun,
do
we
is
can shoot it.
you take it and give it to Maddie. Say, I don't know what to do with that. I know you do. Here, take care of this. Walk away.
Adrian would do it. Adrian shoot it.
I know.
Adrian, that's it. Not Alex. Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian drives a trash truck. He'd know what to do.
So does Donald Trump.
Yeah, go give it Donald Trump.
Did you see Donald Trump yesterday
Yeah.
at his
No,
rally? They
I
said
missed it.
Biden came out and said that his followers were garbage. So yesterday he pulled up to the rally with a garbage
Really
truck.
nice, brand new garbage truck, a big one, big, huge.
Oh, wow.
They were saying last night that that's like her Hillary deplorable comment. And they were saying between Biden saying that we were garbage and him pulling up in the garbage truck, they said he sealed the election right there. He said that should seal the election.
No. He's not sealed the election until the votes have been counted. He's not going down that route.
Well, I'm already voted, so I'm,
TJ, serious question now. Do you have an old metal biscuit tin?
An old metal biscuit tin.
Or
You're gonna have
Like
to
a
translate. He didn't know what the
an
hell a
old
biscuit
tin.
tin is.
Well, like a
Something with a top on
metal, like a round metal bin or something.
yes, a metal tin.
like-
A
With a
a
top.
canister of some
I don't-
sort.
With a
I
lid.
don't think so. No.
All right.
Like
Do you
old
have an old
popcorn
plant
on his
pot?
An old laptop.
Plant
Oh, what you
pot.
can do is just put it in the microwave and turn it on.
Lord help me.
Oh God.
I'm getting off of here before we all gets banned. A cookie tin.
I can see the headlines now.
Trevor.
Put it in
Trevor.
the microwave and turn it on. That's funny.
PJ blows up house with LiPo battery in
Yeah,
microwave.
Paul Murray charged with inciting.
Oh, a cookie tin.
Long
I don't know.
time YouTuber Paul Murray. Channel was taken
DJ.
down for inciting a fire.
Basically, put it in something. Put it in the garden, away from the house.
Just put it outside somewhere in a tin or like a bin.
In
of
any-
some
and then
kind.
drill a hole through it.
No, DJ, just put it in something that's not paper or card, anything, and take it outside and leave it
drill a
away
hole
from the
through it.
house. No, ignore Paul.
Just remember, David says take it outside and drill a hole through it.
David does not.
Mute Paul.
DJ, listen to me again.
I'm trying to dispose of a lipo battery, Don.
DJ?
It's kind of swole.
DJ,
David.
not. I'll tell you what. Leave it on the table for a few hours, right, and see what happens.
Yeah.
If he's already bulging, put it in something and take it out the house. Because if it goes, it will go.
All right.
As in, now.
If you leave it outside long enough,
Now. Take it outside.
It's an
Right now.
You
All
got
right, let me
anything
see
to
if I
put it
can
in, like a
find.
coffee can or anything with a top, metal top?
Leave your drill
Yeah,
alone.
put it in the
If
trunk
he-
of your car.
No.
If he hasn't,
It's an
I'm
intelligent
gonna mute
battery.
you, Paul.
If you leave it outside in something long enough, it'll discharge.
I'm gonna
Hey,
mute you. It's not gonna
Jonathan.
take long.
let me see what I
Good
can
morning, good
find.
morning, good morning. TJ, stop moving, man. Come back to the camera. TJ, come back to the camera. Don't do nothing with that battery. That battery is not on. It's dormant. It's not about to do nothing inside your house. You take that battery outside, sit in the sun, it's gonna blow up. Listen to me. Take that battery, label it, send it back to DJI. The worst that will happen is that DJI sends you a brand new battery just because. Okay? Don't put no nail. Don't do nothing to it. Definitely don't take it outside. That sun will
Right.
set that thing off.
Jonathan,
Oh, it will
you
not.
can't send a fully charged battery through the post. It's illegal.
no.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
literally
here what you do. You
And
got the Air 2S, right?
Look,
DJI.
That's an
lights are
That's
on.
an Air 2S battery, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys,
Put it in the drone.
guys, I'm out.
Turn the drone on and let it sit there.
Don't
The
need
fan
to.
in the fan in the drone will keep the drone cool. You ain't got to lift it off. Nothing. Once that battery, once
Fully-
it discharges from it sitting on, just turn it off and take it out the drone, man. You ain't got to do none of that crazy stuff.
PJ,
So just turn it on and leave it there. I don't have to
Yes,
let it hover like in the-
Your Air 2S has a built-in cooling fan. Turn it on. You can turn on the propellers like they told you, but for some reason you're saying it's going to take off, and that don't make no sense to none of us because it doesn't take off unless
It
you
doesn't
hit
take
the
off.
stick. It doesn't take off
PJ,
unless you
it was
hit the
nice
stick.
knowing you.
David's
There's
kissing
too many
your ass.
people
I'm out.
telling me-
I am out. If you guys don't know how to deal with batteries and you're giving him all this bad advice, I'm not involved.
Lean forward, TJ.
I'll agree with you,
All right,
David.
so
I'm
So
not.
what-
I'm not going to have TJ put at risk. I'm out. Catch you all later. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
See you, David.
doesn't
What's
say
the
Lowe's
issue?
and Home Depot take bad batteries.
He has a air tube battery that the bottom of it's starting to swell.
Yeah, I've been listening the whole time. Trust me, that's how TJ lost his Air 2 from a 12 battery, and I sent them two 3750 batteries,
Yeah.
Air 2S batteries. So I know about these batteries. I have the drone, several of them. TJ, do not take that battery outside and put it in no garbage or no sun.
All right.
Anything you take that outside and the sun is beating on it, even if it's not directed to the sun, whatever you put it in, is gonna overheat that battery. And it's gonna blow up on you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and or you could just put it in the trunk of your car.
Oh, that's not helping.
And wait to call your insurance company after it's gone.
That's
Oh,
not a help.
I guess I'll do like you were saying before, just set it in there and turn the drone on and just let it like run.
Yeah,
or
just-
whatever.
Get on the ground and prop spin it,
Just
yeah.
let the propeller spin, plus the drone itself has a cooling fan. Eventually,
Yeah.
the dots will go
Don't take
down.
off.
Yeah, don't touch the controller, TJ.
Yeah.
And make
Don't
sure
touch
if
the
you start the
controller.
propellers, you got it somewhere where it's not gonna hit everything.
Yeah, and once it discharges down to one cell, I'd mail it back to DJI. DJI, as much as we like to talk about them, they are kindly enough to say, okay, you sent us a swole battery, guess what? Here, we'll send you another one. for
Well,
free.
once you got a discharge, just call DJI. You can call and talk to their customer service.
DJI won't have you send it back to them. DJI usually tell you to send them a picture of the swollen battery and then send them a
Serial
picture
number,
of you
they'll be able to tell you.
actually having put it in salt water to discharge it and make sure that it's not going to get used again.
Yeah, the salt water keeps it from, I guess, from exploding, from whatever chemicals they got in there, I guess. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, they tell you to put it in salt water.
Yeah, lithium ion does
I
not solve
ain't gotta turn the controller on. I could just turn the drone on with the battery in it, and it'll discharge by itself.
It'll discharge, right? But it'll just be using the cooling fan that's
Be a
inside the
long
drone.
time to
If you
discharge.
turn on,
You want
if you turn on the propellers, it gives you more airflow. It keeps it cooler.
I think if you don't turn the propellers on, it will actually time itself out and turn itself off in a short while.
Yes.
Now, only the controller does that. That battery will sit there and drain itself out. The controller, if you leave it on and don't use
you
it,
notice
it'll
he's doing it
automatically
right
cut
there
off.
in the kitchen, you know.
It's an intelligent battery. It should discharge itself in a couple of days anyway, down to safe voltage.
That's true as well.
That's what I said there, Justin. Just drop it off at Home Depot. Let's go.
So I got to worry
Yeah.
about. I have the drone on right now.
That's not good enough. You got to get the propellers spinning, the motors.
Well, it's gonna drain. It's just gonna drain slow.
Yeah, drain slow. Well, put it down, TJ. Put it down and crank it up.
You take the things and you put it, your two in.
And put it
and-
where you're not gonna hit anything or hit yourself if you start it.
But you don't push it up. You just start the drone.
Oh,
Yeah, and it'll discharge in about 20 minutes.
so I got to hook up the controller and shit too.
Yes.
Wait a minute. He's probably got to hook up his phone to it, so that ain't gonna work.
No, I got my iPad.
You can still fly it without having a phone attached to it. You just can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's going on with everybody else?
I got my iPad though.
What
Just make sure your props are clear.
In fact, that is a good idea because then when you've got it running and you've got the props going, in the Fly app, in the safety menu, go to the battery condition and keep an eye on the battery as it drops down. Because it'll show you the voltages in the cells and everything, and it'll give you.
well,
It'll then tell you where it's at.
well, Donald's the chef. Maybe you should put it in the microwave.
No,
Put
no.
it in the
This is an intelligent battery. He should charge it all the way up and put it on his bookshelf next to his books.
It's already charged up.
Want to share the knowledge?
No,
No.
It's
Donald,
already
what he's
charged
gonna,
up.
No,
what he will
He-
do is actually ship it straight to you. After charging it fully, he'll ship it to you so you can put it on your bookshelf next to your books.
no, TJ, discharge it as safe as possible, and then dispose of it. Take it to, like
Home Depot.
Justin says, take it to Home Depot or Lowe's. They have.
Hey, 'cause I
That's
had
the
two of them that
condition
were
of my
swollen.
phone.
I tried to give them back to DJI. They wanted serial numbers, and they said they were too old. They're not gonna touch them,
Yeah, if it
and they didn't
depends on
want me
how-
to send them.
So, okay,
Depends
so
on how old the
now that I
batteries
have-
are. If they were new batteries and were low on cycles, then they might replace them. But
Well, the battery has a 2-year warranty on it.
how old's the battery?
Well, for an Air 2S, it would be old.
Yeah. Well, it could be one of the batteries that Jonathan sent him, so he'll know when he bought it.
All right, so the controller's on. So just push the sticks in and let the propellers spin around.
The
Yeah.
You're
propellers
not
should
connected
just
to the
sit-
drone yet.
You got to connect to the drone.
Well, technically, you don't. If the controller is connected to the drone, he doesn't have to be connected to the iPad.
In other words, are you seeing a picture?
Well, it's saying connection guide right now.
But yeah, to the iPad, isn't it?
No, that's
Is
there you go.
Okay,
Now you
okay,
connect.
there you go.
Yeah, that's to the iPad to connect. You don't have. You can turn on your. You don't need an iPad or a phone connected to your controller to fly it.
No. But TJ, press the 3 dots in the top corner. Go to the safety menu.
Oh,
Go to-
the three little dots in the corner.
yeah.
Yeah.
press safety.
All right.
Now go down the menu to
Battery.
your battery condition.
Oh, where it says battery info.
Yeah.
Press
What
that.
are the cells like? What do they say? Oh, the number's pretty even.
Battery cycle count 65.
Oh, battery.
It'll give you the
Yeah,
voltage.
they look pretty even.
cell
They
underneath.
look pretty even, yep.
What do the voltages on each one of them say?
The first one is 4.14. The second one is 4.12, and the other one is 4.12.
And they're close. They look like they're good, but it depends on when you put a load on them. Yeah, so if you start the drone, don't say take off. Just start the drone
Don't
and make
start
sure everything's
inside,
clear so
CJ.
don't hit anything or knock anything off with the wind.
CJ, don't start it inside. Put it outside.
Oh yeah, that would probably be good.
Yeah, just stick it right outside your door. Or on the floor somewhere. That's what I would do.
Jonathan's laughing his ass off.
That's right. We're gonna have them lean forward again.
Damn it.
What?
You took off? Fly away.
I think what's going to happen is the props are going to shut off after a minute, because a minute of just the blade spinning
Now
at
what?
low revolutions. The drones have a safety mechanism that cuts in after about 60 seconds to actually shut the props off again, because you haven't actually launched.
Yeah, it does.
Well, the other thing he could do,
Always hover it.
what do you guys think? The other thing he could do if he's outside with it, if he hovered it at 4 feet and just let it run the battery down.
No.
Hover it about.
Because all 3 cells are close to the same.
Yeah. The big problem with doing that is because you're actually drawing current off the battery, you're heating the battery up, and as such, even though you're only 4 feet off the ground, you could end up with
What do you got,
the cell
TJ?
completely failing and then subsequently starting a fire on board the bird, and you don't want to do that because you'll destroy the drone quite easily. So,
Are the props spinning, TJ?
No, should I just push the sticks in?
Hang on.
down and in.
In and down.
TJ, you've got one of them little devices that the battery plugs into to give you a power bank, haven't you?
Oh yeah, that you charge the batteries.
Yeah, but you can charge your phone and stuff off of.
Yeah. Just plug that in and then plug something into that to draw the current off it.
Yeah, do you have like a USB light or anything like that?
I mean, I got this little thing.
That's not. Is that a USB light? You have something that's going to be pulling a current.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the thing to charge the batteries.
No, that's not it.
They didn't all come with that little
No,
extra module.
TJ's got one. He showed it us before.
Yeah, he's got one of those little modules.
You got the thing you put all your batteries in, and you can like
Oh
charge your
yeah,
phone off of it.
yeah, I have that little module that I showed you guys that one time.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Do you have anything that is USB that draws a current, like a USB light or a USB fan or something like that?
Well, instead of having the battery in the drone.
Right. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about discharging it without putting it in the drone. Just put it in that and run something off of that USB port to discharge it.
Little module thing.
LiPo batteries will discharge in regular water.
Actually, they will. I didn't intervene before, but because I don't know whether your information is better than ours, but the training course that I actually went on, which that was one of the CASA questions as to how to handle a swollen battery, was to actually put it in a bucket of water.
It will, yeah.
Because if it's in a bucket of water, it can't get the air. The
Chicken bust.
water may make it go off, but because it's contained in water, it won't actually get hot.
Can't get the oxygen.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you need salt water, so it will basically be doing electrolysis.
Yeah, well, electrolysis would actually that would work great for killing the battery, but just to store the darn thing in a bucket of water, because you don't know.
Right, but
You
we're
don't
going to
know
discharge it.
when it goes off, and yeah, it will actually discharge. It will actually discharge and destroy itself.
Yep. So that would be
That'd be a
So-
better option, I
so-
think.
that might
Yeah,
be.
household battery out the back, just away from the house. Fill it up with water. Chuck the battery in there and forget it.
That's what DJI ask you to do when you've got a faulty battery. Rather than
Yeah.
send it back to them, they want to see
Yeah.
it destroyed. And then they'll send you.
This is interesting that all of us use these batteries, and I never heard of discharging in water.
Yeah, no, it was in. If it hadn't been the case that I had to sit through the training, all the parts of this training course, I wouldn't have known that myself. But
Now I know.
yeah,
That's
that's the CASA approved way of handling a swollen LiPo battery.
That's TJ. Are you listening?
I'm trying to and find that damn little.
Yeah.
thing
Skip that. TJ, skip that.
I know I put that little module in.
Yeah, but skip that. Skip that. Since we're not trying to do anything with the battery afterwards, we're trying to discharge it, right?
Yeah.
Then listen to Trevor.
Because technically speaking, lithium loves water. That's
So should I do like
that's
I
what
said
actually
before,
sets it
like-
off. You see, the humidity in the air.
Yep, they're talking
So-
about using.
So go
salt
ahead,
water.
fill a little bucket outside with water, chuck it in it. Just keep it away from the back of your house, because
Now-
when if it does go off and start bubbling and
Now,
causing
Trevor,
stuff,
everything I'm reading says salt water, because salt
Yeah.
water will help
Yep.
the current to
The
discharge.
salt will help.
So don't just do water. Do salt water, because salt water will carry the electrical current and make it discharge
does he have
quicker.
does he have any kitchen salt?
Yeah,
So should I just turn everything off and just
But
take
just
the
put some
battery out?
kitchen salt in with
Take
water,
the
Yes.
battery out. Turn everything off.
Okay.
and there's the problem solved.
get a container that can hold some water, an old plastic container or something.
Or alternately, ship it to Paul and he can stick it in his microwave.
Yep.
an
There you
empty,
go.
an empty ice.
Right? Those who
Okay.
come up with the stupid advice, they will have the battery shipped to them.
How swollen is it, TJ? Let's see it.
The bottom of it's just a little hump. It's not.
It's starting to pucker a little bit, but it's not bad.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
it's
I mean, I
enough to
could
be
probably
concerned.
get maybe like. Yeah, it'd probably be bad to still fly with this battery anyway, right?
probably.
Yeah, because Jonathan was saying don't.
So get yourself a plastic container, put salt water in it, put the battery in it, and stick it outside the house somewhere.
Can I put it in a plastic cup?
If it's large
Yeah,
enough.
it doesn't matter as long as it's got as long as there's plenty of water in it.
And does it have a lid so that it does not? It's going to have to stay like that for a while, so you don't want it to evaporate.
Yeah.
I would put a lid on it if I were you, because it's going to release gas.
That
Not
is true.
Yes.
So make it a larger container, TJ,
Let me see what I can find.
and then just top it off with water every once in a while if it's outside. Oh, I am working through a head cold, guys.
Oh,
you sound like
Here, I got this.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
That stupid damn baby got me sick. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her. I hate her.
Oh,
That's what
She's a-
happens when you got kids in the house. Ask Joe.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Just gonna have to get over it.
Yeah, it's weird that and all because the baby doesn't go outside much, does
No,
it?
and now
So
she's feeling
how-
great.
how do you get it?
No, actually, it might have been the boys that got her sick
Yeah.
because the boys had started school,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's always dangerous.
and so
Could I?
Yes.
Could I just grind some of this Himalayan salt in there?
as long as it's salt, that's pretty expensive salt to be wasting on
Damn it!
this.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, table salt's fine.
You got a
Nice.
fire extinguisher handy?
No, you won't need it.
Yeah, but we're talking to TJ here now.
I know.
So could I just grind some Himalayan salt in here?
It'd probably take that entire container, TJ. So don't. You have just a table salt, like cooking salt. Just
Cooking salt, table salt, any salt.
Morton's salt with the little girl, the umbrella. Come on, man.
Someone's got to have some salt.
Saxo. Yeah.
TJ, you can solve this whole thing by just shipping it to me, shipping the whole drone and everything.
No.
I mean,
Just about-
there's salt in here.
TJ, do you cook at all?
Not really. No, she does all the. Well, she hasn't cooked like in a while. I'm just gonna pour all this salt in here. All right.
Yeah, TJ just lives on
All
peanut
right.
butter.
I got all the salt in there. And
Yeah,
then just
that'll
fill
be
it with
enough.
water. Just
Add,
Just let
add,
it
water,
soak.
add water and then stick the battery in outside. Not that it would actually cause any fire inside. It's just the lithium that comes off the battery as it's coming out,
gonna blow
the
bubbles.
vapor that's produced, can give you some strange side effects.
Well, it'll be the chlorine gas that comes off the salt that will cause a problem.
Not
Hey,
necessarily.
how you doing?
The lithium, what do they use in mental institutions for calm patients?
Lithium.
It's lithium.
Mm.
It's lithium-based medication. Like
Take it.
you get a big dose of it, and yeah, you'll notice it.
Mm.
TJ's got a battery that's swelling.
That was the most condescending, fantastic I ever heard. That made me laugh.
I thought lithium had similar properties to phosphorus.
Yeah, but I don't think the lithium
No.
is not the lithium is not going to be exposed directly itself. What is going to be happening is the terminals are going to be acting as anodes and cathodes.
Yeah. Mind you, it's not actually made of lithium, it's made of a compound of lithium.
It's a lithium polymer.
Yeah.
Yeah, lithium polymer, but it still contains enough lithium
Mm.
that if you had the big pastime, if I wanted to dispose, if a person wanted to dispose of a lithium-ion battery, so the seawater around here was good because you
Yeah.
did it just after dark and you saw the big glow and flash, and then it went up. So no, okay. Delete the references to me on that. I wouldn't even think of doing something like that.
Here's Dre. Dre.
Yes, sir.
I watched Alien Romulus.
Oh, I watched that last night too. It's good.
I will say the beginning was really, really interesting.
Mhm.
It was shot really, really well, but they already had a shot list from all the other movies. They stole so many ideas
Yeah.
and stuff from those other movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching. It's like, oh my gosh, really? Okay, that's the baby from Alien 3 or no, Alien 4. It's just, but it was a good Alien movie.
Yeah, well, like I
I would-
said, the storyline, nothing surprises you,
Right.
but the cinematography was very good.
I won't put it up there as the top Alien movie. I will
Mhm.
say the face hugger scene in the water was one of the best.
Hey, should I put a
Face
should I put
hugger
a lid on
scenes
top
from-
of that, or
Mhm.
just leave it as it is?
I'd just
Leave it as it is.
open.
Leave it
Leave
open.
it open.
Okay.
Yep.
Or
leave
if
it
you
open.
do put a top on it, don't clap it down. Just go ahead and just set it on there, kind of crossways, so it can breathe.
Okay. I'll just leave the top off.
Now you just confused him, Don.
Yeah, I know, but
Dre, he's been trying to figure out how to get rid of a swollen battery.
Well, for anybody in the U.S., you can go to any Lowe's or Home Depot. They will take the battery for free and put it in a
Yep.
special fireproof container, and then they don't have to worry about it. They'll
Yep.
dispose of it.
will they take them swollen like that, fully charged?
Sure.
Yeah, as they put them in fireproof containers, so
Okay.
it's completely sealed containers. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Well, TJ tried putting it in his microwave. That didn't work.
People
Oh,
actually do that.
Then I was gonna leave it in the trunk of my car, but then I was
Yep.
like, no, this is a bad idea.
People used to do that at Walmart. They would leave batteries piled up by the back door, and we'd have to dispose of
Oh
them.
yeah, that's true.
Then I was
They would
gonna
leave
bring
them
it up
back by the shipping door.
I was gonna bring it over to Maddie's house and we could shoot at it with his gun, but
Now, what did you watch it on, Don?
My iPad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and iPad with headphones.
Mhm.
I watched, it
watched
last
it-
night when I was on
I
the
watched
couch.
it last night. It was a pretty good movie.
which one was that?
Alien Romulus.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they needed to have the android there look like Ian Holm.
Oh, the
That was
original.
that was kind of like a let's just do a throwback.
Throwback. Yeah.
And remember this, and
Yeah.
it didn't make sense when he says, "Leave her alone, you bitch."
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
that was so
Yeah.
cliche.
It's like,
That-
okay,
that was
yeah, we
so-
know Ripley said it, and Ripley had a reason to say it. You didn't have a reason to
Right.
say it.
Right.
It's just,
The girl that survived at the end, I had already guessed that she was going to be the only survivor.
Well, yeah.
Well,
The
yeah.
opening scene tells you that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they took that directly from Alien. She stripped down to her sleeping gear, her hibernation gear,
Mhm.
and then the alien. You had the last little showdown. It's like
Right.
she puts on the suit. Yeah, it was very. There's a lot of derivative stuff, but the first, I would say, third of the movie
Mhm.
was really interesting. I thought.
Like I said, I was just interested in the cinematography part of it, how it's very, low light scenes,
Yep.
but look very crystal clear. And that's
And
just the technology.
Like I said,
yeah.
the face hugger scene, because they could use CG and they did it very well.
Mhm.
Very tense, and it puts it right up there with Aliens,
Mhm.
second one.
Yeah.
If you ever saw how they did the Aliens on the second one, where they had them crawling and
Mhm.
jumping,
Right.
it was just all fishing string, and some of it was done backwards, and it looks
Mhm.
amazing for what they had. But
Yeah.
this, they were able to make it a lot more tense, I think.
Yeah. The next one I'm looking forward to come out is Gladiator 2. I'm looking forward to that and see how that pans out.
She's Gladiator too.
I'm looking forward to Happy Gilmore too.
Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They're doing
yeah,
a second one?
they're coming out with a Happy Gilmore too. That's pretty
they've been
wild.
filming it. John Daly and Nick Faldo have been involved in it.
So is he playing the main character again?
I think so.
Well, he's a little too old for that.
It's still got
Uh.
Shooter in it. It's still got a few others in it as well.
Mhm.
Shooter McGavin.
Hey, TJ, you put the container outside, right?
Yeah.
Said I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit
You
for
eat
breakfast?
pieces of shit? You should eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
best part was when he was betting the moving guys who could hit the golf ball. You hit the fucking lady out the window.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was pretty
Okay.
good. That was good.
JD says we need to call the cops. Somebody stole your jacket sleeves.
Well, this now, Mark would understand what I'm wearing. So this is more of a British style business vest that you wouldn't wear. Need sleeves like a regular jacket, but you wear overcoat with this. Am I correct, Mark?
Yeah, it's a waistcoat, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll stand up a little bit so Don get the whole picture.
You got pants on?
Yep.
I know what it is, Dre.
For a
JD was
three-
just
You
saying
know,
that
Don,
someone.
I know you know these things, but we have a few folks who may
Oh,
not
okay.
be as worldly as you are.
Yeah.
Worldly.
It's for a three-piece suit.
Right, just
As long as you
business
got
from the
pants on.
top. Yeah, as soon as he stands up, he's in fucking board shorts and flip flops.
I have not worn. Well, I wear a vest, I guess, funerals, but just to wear one, I have not worn a vest in years and years and years.
I don't know. I just go out in my birthday suit, and people think this theme is all right.
Lord help me.
Obviously, we
Yeah.
have
Too much information, DJ.
Yeah, we don't call it a vest because a vest
TJ
implies an undergarment.
TJ, I go out in my birthday suit. Nobody says anything except for that thing needs iron.
That thing needs iron.
You'll see some news reporters out in the field that will literally just be dressed up from the waist up. And they do it just for the shot, and then they take the jacket and stuff off.
Yeah, you tell
I've seen
JD,
something like that.
I shop at the Salvation Army in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I've seen a couple female reporters though drove by them while they were doing a news story, and they were dressed from the waist up, all dressed up, and then they had
Mhm.
like shorts and flip flops on the bottom.
Yeah, you'll catch a lot of them doing that because they're riding around and whatever else all day in that van. I'm sure they want to be comfortable.
Yeah, it was only the head and shoulders shot.
Yeah.
They need the TV.
Yeah, like who knows what newsreaders are wearing underneath that desk.
Yeah. Yet, unfortunately, for newsreaders that work for the ABC in Australia, they've actually gone ahead and made it that they've taken the seats away from the desk, and they stand.
Yeah.
So all your news presenters are actually standing. So
Mhm.
They have
Yeah.
all the readers standing in naked news, but they're not dressed.
I miss the days when the newscasters would smoke on camera. But you
Yeah.
you could tell how serious the story was on how they were holding that cigarette.
I think the last time I remember seeing somebody smoke on set had to be back in the 60s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know Cronkite would.
And
And
that
every
is
once in
the-
a while you would catch in the 70s, every once in a while you'd catch Johnny Carson. It
Well,
was
yeah,
usually
late
not
night
actually
show.
on,
Yeah,
but he would,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking only newscasters.
Yeah.
There were a few, but it was not an overall trend because even though then the news was sponsored by a lot of tobacco companies.
By Lucky Strike.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm smoking at the moment. Lucky Strike.
We sell those things at the store.
They still sell them, but I've seen them around.
Oh, Don, did you ever get a chance to watch the other one I told you about?
The Western?
No, the Western, or also the one, the Ungentlemanly. whatever it
Oh,
was.
no, I have not.
That's a good watch.
He just got his cable back, or he's about to get his cable back.
Yeah, I don't have my cable back yet.
Yeah, wait for that first paycheck.
Nope, they'll hook you up when you start.
Yeah.
All it is flipping a switch at the system, and you got your cable back.
Mm.
And it's all
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the app now. So
Mm-hmm.
That's the way they do it around here now too. They don't give you cable boxes anymore. They just
No,
they
it's
tell
it,
you
it's
they
take
tell you to
getting
go.
the time. And
They don't.
Oh, go
They
ahead.
don't even. I was gonna say they don't even provide the streaming stick. They tell you to go buy a Roku, and then you
Yeah.
hook it up, and then the Spectrum app's just right on there on the
Yeah.
Roku.
That's what we got. Is the what is the Amazon one? Fire Stick.
Fire Stick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we got Fire Stick. But they
Justin, what
bought-
are you doing home
Cause I'm between runs right now.
already?
Yeah, we get off the bus around 8:30,
Oh, okay.
and I go back at 1.
Mm.
I got assigned a bus yesterday, so I started this morning. The
Oh,
guy's
how
pretty cool.
how you doing with the driver?
Oh, he's really nice.
The driver ain't the problem.
And the
How's he
kids-
doing with the kids is the issue.
No, the kids are actually very chill on his bus. He said it. He goes, I hardly ever have an issue. He goes, they're very quiet. So some buses are more rowdy than others. But he said occasionally they'll get a little rowdy. He goes, but for the most part, they're really good. All the kids I met today were really cool. So
Yeah, we're going to have to fix that, Justin. I'll brief the kids on appropriate bus etiquette. My style, that is. And by the time you're actually finished, you should have a nervous breakdown by the end of the week.
So I can say, all you other folks, go Dodgers.
Yeah. The fact that I'm wearing a Yankees hat.
Yeah.
I don't watch baseball, so
I don't watch much. I tell you, Justin, this week is probably the most baseball I've watched in 40 plus years when I was at a live game. I love playing baseball. I can't stand watching baseball.
yeah, it's the same way I am too. I always liked playing it when I was younger, but
Mhm.
watching it is to me is super
It's a
boring.
big difference.
Last night,
Yeah.
I came in, first time turning on, it was 0-0 early innings, and then I clicked watch something else for a little bit, came back to it. It was 5-5. I said, oh,
Yeah.
okay, good game. Then I turned back to it to the top of the 8th inning, Dodgers up 7-6 or whatever it was. And I'm like, oh, okay, I might, I went and got into bed and I watched the last inning and a half.
Yeah, Yankees were winning 6-5 until the Dodgers scored 2 in the 8th.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the only 2 professional games I've ever been to were Dodger games.
Hmm.
But yeah, I didn't really have that much fun because
Well, you were just a little tyke at the time, right?
No, it was when I was
I mean,
in my early
Yankees
20s.
the Yankees had the chance to finish it off in the 5th
Although-
innings when they had the bases loaded and still didn't manage to score.
Yeah,
Although
I saw that inning. Yeah,
Oh,
the Dodger pitcher got himself out of that mess. He walked 2 guys that inning. I'm like, what are you doing? Make them batters, dude. Don't give people free bases. You make them batters.
Yeah.
no, I was in my
8 people out in the field.
I was in my early 20s, Paul. But to most of you guys on the panel, that would be a young tyke.
Yeah, you still wearing pants.
You got 7 people back there to catch the ball. Just let them hit it.
Yeah.
I tell you, I played, but I didn't mind going to games. Like I used to go to a lot of AAA games and go to those, and those are fun. I mean, those are fun games to go to because they got stuff going on between innings, so it just keeps moving.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were in Hawaii watching the Hawaii Islanders, I got back on the first base line, and what you do is you find the line to second base, and you go up about 10 rows, about 20 rows, and then you'd move over about 15 rows. And it just seemed that was a magnet area for foul balls. We'd come home with 1 or 2 every night.
Oh wow.
We had my stepson we were drinking beer. Listen to this one, Dre. Had Staff Sergeant Knox next to me. I'm sitting here drinking a beer, and I got my glove on, right? And my stepson's sitting here, and he keeps going to sleep because it's a doubleheader, right? He's laying down. I said, dude, you better wake up, pay attention. I'm drinking my beer, and the guy hits a line drive into the stands, right? I mean, come right off the bat. I'm drinking like this. I put the glove right in front of his face and caught the ball right in front of his face.
Wow.
It was like
Mm.
he woke up. I said, "I told you, you better wake up." I'm still drinking my beer. You know.
I feel bad for that dude recently that was at the. You guys probably heard about that guy that was at the baseball game with the sun, and he reached out to catch a ball, and he ended up falling fucking 20 feet off the side of the thing, ended up getting killed.
Oh, he
Wow.
got killed?
Because he
Wow.
he fell off the side of the balcony they were on and fell 20 feet straight on his head. And I feel bad because the son had to sit there and watch that, you know.
Yeah.
He just reached
saw-
out a
I
little
saw
too
one-
far, went over the
I
railing.
saw one where the guy was holding his son. It was a toddler holding his toddler, and the ball came, and he as he grabbed the ball, he dropped the son.
Oh,
And
wow.
as the sun's going down, he's got him by the leg, holding him upside down, catching him. But he caught
Well, I
the
know
ball
them
and
two,
the sun.
them 2 Yankee fans gonna be thinking about it come next year. Man, was it
Yeah.
really worth to try and knock that ball out of Mookie Betts' glove? Because they got
Yeah.
their
Well, they didn't knock it out. They grabbed the glove, opened it up, reached in and grabbed it.
right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they got their season. They've been banned.
They've
Got their
been banned.
tickets-
They can't go back.
They can't go back. Period. They've been
What
banned.
was that?
Like two guys. I think it was the Wednesday night game, or maybe
Yeah.
Tuesday night game. The guys they hit a ball. It was going to be a foul ball, and Mookie Betts went to catch it, leaning over the stands, and he caught it. And the guys in the stands forced his glove open, took it out, and threw it.
Yeah, because he
held
was,
him up
he
there
was
and
reaching
grabbed
high, and they grabbed his arm, opened the glove, and took the ball out and threw it on the ground.
You remember the guy a few years ago, and it was
Chicago?
during a championship game, and he reached out and caught the ball, and the catcher or the guy would have caught it out.
Yeah,
The guy
Chicago
out
Cubs.
there. Yeah, and they
Yeah.
lost the game because of it.
Yeah.
That dude was like the #1 hated fan, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, the only one that I can think of offhand, have you seen the one where the guy was holding a beer and a baby, and the ball comes in, so he lets go of the baby, catches
That's
the
what I was
ball,
talking about.
and catches the baby again? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
what I was
sorry.
talking about.
I was distracted.
Yeah.
But yeah, those
That's
guys
cool.
gonna be.
He caught the ball, didn't drop the
next
big, and got the big.
Yeah.
Was that on an actual game, or was that a commercial, or?
That was
No,
a
that
game.
was an actual game.
Oh.
Oh, like I said too, TJ, the one guy I was talking about, he actually reached over the wall, caught the ball, and the guy would have caught it,
Yep.
and they would have won the game. And that dude got so many death threats and shit from people
Oh wow.
because that team lost the game because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to leave the stadium. They had to escort him out.
Yeah. It was like them 2
Well,
clowns
somebody-
the other night, escorted out, and you have been banned by baseball.
Can somebody tell me something? I noticed that there were a few people last night that it said ground out. What the hell's ground out?
Ground out means the ball's hit on the ground.
Talking
Somebody
about
picks it up and
fielder's
goes to
choice?
first base. Ground out.
You talking
You
about
what?
a fielder's choice play, Mark?
Yeah,
You just made that up, Joe.
No, I didn't.
No, I mean,
Ball's hit to the shortstop. He throws to first base.
there's
That's a
being
ground out.
struck out, but there were a few of them that it said ground out.
Oh, well,
So the ball was on the ground, and he caught the ball and then threw him out.
Yeah, it's a ground out.
Right.
Well, I was thinking about on a third strike, if the ball hits the dirt, before it goes in the catcher's glove, guy swings, miss, you have to tag him out.
You have to tag him or throw him out.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to
but-
tag him, throw him out.
Yeah, but if a ground out, according to this, is because I don't know sports, is where it gets thrown to first base before they ever get there, so you don't have to tag.
Right,
You
that's
just
the
tag the
normal
base.
ground. That's why I was asking Mark the scenario, because you also have a terminology called a fielder's choice.
Yeah.
Where it's almost
Yeah.
almost like a forced out.
Yeah. I'm guessing, yeah, a ground out. I'm guessing it was just they threw him out at first before he got
Wasn't
there.
Actually watching the
basically
game,
what
I
it
was
is.
just looking
Or
at the
second.
scores on the app.
I'm gonna
Actually, it's
watch
fielder's
that
choice
video.
for second.
Yeah,
Well,
Justin, that video I sent you. You ever watch those Indian street food videos?
yes, they're disgusting.
Yeah, these guys. It's what if Europeans made food like the Indian street, and it gets funnier and funnier.
You ever heard the guy that does the commentary over?
Uh-uh.
Oh God, dude.
But watch that video I sent you.
All right, I was watching that baseball video of the glove, but I'll pull it up. Hold on. I didn't see
the one
that,
that
so I'm
you were
gonna
just
go look
talking
at it.
Oh,
about, Justin?
you're talking about the one where
Yeah,
they tried to pull the glove off of him. I saw that. Those guys should be banned from stadium.
I can't show
Actually,
it
no,
though
I
because
would
I'll
keep their
probably get a
money.
copyright for that.
I would let them keep their money. They would probably be. I would ban them from sitting down close. They would have to sit in nosebleed section.
No, they got banned from the ground permanently.
Yeah, I wouldn't ban them from the
Bob
ground.
Uecker
Let
sits.
them keep coming and
Front row.
buying their tickets. You know, don't get rid of their money. Just make them set up in the nosebleed section.
Well, wait, they not only took them out the stadium, banned them, but they refunded their tickets too.
Yeah.
That I didn't think they should have done.
No,
Yeah,
that's
they
Fucking
refunded
do
the
with the
ticket.
Walmart bread. Oh, that's funny. Chop the fuck out of that lettuce.
So what else is going on today in the world, Mr. Murray?
What's that?
What else is going on in the world today?
God, that's so
Well, I got
true though,
two
Donald.
ships before I came on, and other than that, not a lot.
Oh, you've been busy
TJ
with
with the
Beaver this
swollen
morning, huh?
batteries, and
Yeah, dealing with this whole swollen battery issue thing. That was, I mean, 'cause I was gonna do that at first, like do the first thing that I said was put salt water
oh, no,
in.
no. The conversation started out. Now backtrack, TJ.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He said he was going to go throw it in the lake.
Yeah, I was gonna go throw it in the lake because I think I did
Yeah,
that
didn't
to
we
one
support
battery
a couple
one
weeks
time.
back
And
that
then,
he's going to throw a swollen battery in the lake a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah,
a
he did
while
that
back.
once.
I did that because I went over to my neighbors and I just like stretched my arms and I said whap.
Oh, my fucking guy's so stupid. I love when he flips a water jug over on the bread.
It's like, what the hell? Yeah.
He's hitting it with the big spatula. Fucking, he's got a shovel.
Now,
What
my
I
whole
like
thing
is the
with
guy
my
just sitting there
process
watching.
there, TJ, is what made you consider, why would you even consider throwing I don't care if it was a AAA battery, into a body of water?
Justin told him to do that once before and he did it.
I was joking and he did it. So that's why David got frustrated when Paul told him to put it in the fucking microwave. Because TJ's very impressionable.
Then I was told just put it in the trunk of my car and then send it to Adrian so he could shoot it with his gun. And then I was gonna drive down to Fort Lauderdale to go over to Maddie's house and be like, hey, I don't know what to do with this. Let's take your gun and shoot it. And then Paul was telling me to take a drill and drill a hole in there.
And the sad part about it is he was thinking about it.
I was about to get off. I didn't want to be a part of it.
I will keep my comment to myself.
My disclaimer couldn't cover that.
But that's been
There you go,
the
Donald.
topic of the major topic of discussion. Besides the movies you guys like or the shows,
This guy does not hold out and making fun of people.
TJ has swollen his batteries.
So now it's just sitting out there in the salt water.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about shooting at it, Andrew, but then I was like, no.
I'll let Jonathan handle that situation.
Jonathan tried. He wouldn't listen.
David was telling me all kinds of stuff, and then I don't know. Then everybody else started telling me stuff, and then David got frustrated and just left.
I don't blame him.
It was a smart choice. Well, my Wednesday night football is over with this year. Last freshman JV games were last night. So that's a good thing.
The varsity going to the playoffs.
Varsity, they're going to be in the playoffs. They're ranked number 4 in the state, but they've got 5 kids out with mono. The main guy went into surgery yesterday with his tibia broke. So they had to plate it and put the rod through it. They had to get it all back in the ankle right because it broke right above the ankle.
Oh wow!
And they told him, they said it's going to take a lot of work. And and Dr. Blessley, that was my doctor, is your team doctor. He says, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The only way to repair this is with this. The rod will be cut off and left in there. It's got to stay. We don't take that rod out. You're going to have the rod, you're going to have the plates. That's going to stay in there. He said, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It's going to depend on how your body reacts to it and how your ankle reacts to it. He said, because it's not going to change any motion. He said, but it may not. You may not be able to play football.
Hold on. Fuck the broken ankle. You said 5 of them got mono. What happened to going on ass slap in the locker room? What are they going around kissing each other now? The fuck's going on?
I think y'all kissing the same girl.
Kissing the same girl or drinking out of the same water bottle.
So I said, son of a good slap on the ass. Good job. Now they're like, oh, give me a kiss. Good job.
Well, the other news break is that Joe almost got in a fight with a referee at the game last night.
Not in a fight, almost got kicked out the stadium yesterday.
Okay. Fucking mono going around.
So he turned around. We got the blue line where you stand by. I'm standing on the blue line. And he turns around and he says, move back. And I'm 30 yards away from anything happening. Move back. And I don't think he's talking to me. I don't know what he's talking about. But he's talking to the players on the blue line that weren't playing. All the players from varsity standing there. And he hollers, photographer, get back behind the freaking yellow line. I'm going to throw you out of the stadium. I said, you're not talking to me, right? I said, because I know you're not talking to me. And he goes, you out. Get out the stadium. I said, oh, hell no. Like the other photographer that was on the blue line that shoots for St. Paul, he come running over. The principal come over. One of the cops. Now, the cops knew me because it's Covington. Cop comes over, and I said, I need your name. I need the white hat. I said, LHSA rule says I got to be 5 yards off the line. I'm 5 yards off the line.
The cat before you get from Tesco.
I said, so just let me have your name. I don't have to give you my name. I said, yeah, you do.
Better.
I said, because I'm going to call them tonight. I know people in LHSA. Like that. We talked for about 5 minutes and they just left me alone. But I said, I know you're not talking to me. And at the end of the game, I was 40 yards on the field.
What the ref says goes.
Oh, yeah. But he was.
They can eject anybody from a game.
It was one of the St. Paul teachers heard me say, they said that it was a bad call they made because the whistle blew. The play is over with. The quarterback drops the ball. They pick it up and it says he fumbled.
I could see Joe walking off the field.
It doesn't matter. Unless you got stripes on you, it doesn't matter what you say or saw. It doesn't matter.
I can see Joe
They
walking off the
can
field.
kick anybody out of the game if they want to.
I didn't get out. They didn't kick me out. They tried.
Like I said, I could see you walking off the field, Joe. Fuck this. I get Taylor Swift tickets. I don't need this shit.
I got paid either way.
One of the comments he made, Joe, was Joe says, where's your white hat? Which is the main referee.
Yeah, I said, where's the white hat? I want to talk to him. But it was like, that was the first time that's ever happened to me. And like I said, Joey, that's the photographer for St. Paul, he was 10 feet from me, the same place. You know, I said, why are you singling me out? He's standing right here and all these players right here.
Yeah.
I don't even know about sports. I know that what the ref says goes.
Well, I'll tell you this, Don. At that level, it's about who you know.
Well, I had the principal from both, and the principals from both schools knew me. They come out there and say, what's the matter? Why are you kicking him out? Because he's got to be behind the yellow line. And what the principal from St. Paul said, he's got to be behind the blue line.
So should have started yelling Flakegate.
Yeah, it's just that's St. Paul's field. That's Catholic League officials, and St. Paul gets every call when they come up. You know, it's just like you only see them once a year. But that's all these years I've done that. I've never had anybody do that to me. They'll say, "Move back a little bit," and I'll move back a little bit. You know, but don't tell me get behind the other line and then get out of here. You know, I ain't going with that.
I don't know.
Now,
Sounds
technically,
like you're being a
he
Karen.
can, but you know.
Sounds like you're being a Karen. You know who I am?
No, I didn't pull my name.
I know who I am. Do you know who you are?
No, I did tell him. I did tell him, look, I work for the paper. I'm not just somebody standing out here. You know?
Just, I want to see the
You
manager.
know who I am? I work for the paper.
I want to speak to the manager.
I want names. But I'll tell you what. Last time I was on that field, they had an incident. There was a referee. The same part of the end zone. St. Paul alumni was standing right against the goal line in the back. They threw a pass to Mandeville, and he couldn't catch it because they were in the way. And it messed up the play. So the coach for Mandeville said, "Can you get them out the way?" Like this. The official went over to the cop and said, "They need to move." The cop said, "Don't worry about them. You worry about your game." He told that to the official. So the official told the cop, "No, I run this. You need to listen to me." He says, "You don't run shit." Like that. The cop told him that. And the cop arrested the official for public intimidation.
Yeah,
And I was
that's
standing,
probably about the
on
only.
the side taking pictures of it. And the two cops that got involved with it, they arrested the white hat. They arrested the referee on the side. Because the white hat says, "We run the show. You need to move these people." And he says, "What's your name?" to the cop. And the cop says, "You're under arrest too." The cop wound up getting fired. You know, for that. Because the referee, LHSA says, once the game starts, the officials run the whole show.
No.
There's no need for that.
So
Right, I'm dropping out, guys. I've got an appointment to go to.
But they
Okay, Mark.
can't
All right,
they
Mark,
can't be
see ya.
stupid, you know.
Hey Don, you
Yeah.
ever watched the movie Green Book?
Yes.
Remember the scene where they get locked up down at some
Uh-huh.
southern jail? He
Yep.
said, "I want to call my lawyer." That's what Joe did.
Yep.
I want to call my lawyer.
Except
Do you know who his
Joe,
lawyer is?
Joe's lawyer isn't the
The
Kennedy.
Attorney General. of
My
the United
cousin Vinny.
States.
My cousin
There you
Vinny.
go, Vinny.
that was a good
I'll
movie.
tell you what,
I
I'm
like
gonna call
that. I
Vinny,
like
man.
He's not placing no phone call to Robert Kennedy.
Yeah.
No,
Plays a phone call to the Attorney General of the United States.
Where's
Joe
Lynch
went
at?
Calls
all- Joe
the
went all
governor
su-
of the
Give me
state,
Lynch's number. Let me
calls
call
the
her.
sheriff. He
Let me
said,
call
"I
Loretta.
told you, goddamn, let him out. You got him out. You want your job."
Let me call
Joe went
Loretta.
all Joe went all sovereign citizen on him. I want to speak to your supervisor. I have a right to travel down this field.
No, I'll be honest with you. If I'd have been thrown out, I'd have gone. I had enough pictures of the players that were playing. I was finished. I could have gone. I'd have been glad. But the whole Mandeville stands, it was right by the Mandeville stands. They heard it. And they had some of the parents hollering, "Leave Joe alone. Leave Joe alone." Like this. And they were hollering, "Joe, you ever been told that before?" I said, "No."
And then a little kid came out and gave a speech about Joe is the heart of the game, and we should all do what. And everybody stood up and clapped.
Yeah, right.
The hashtag free Joe.
Get a little chance at
Free Joe, free Joe.
Joe, free Joe.
Yeah, that worked. That's just been an early night for me. I was able, but I got out of there early enough to go get that roast beef cheddar bacon thing. I didn't get it till on the way home.
Oh man.
So now I got a free sandwich. I can get one anytime.
And that was the highlight of the story. I got that sandwich.
That's all I was worried about.
Not about proving the referee wrong, but I got that sandwich. I get a free one next. Oh man.
That's all Joe's
the worst
phone is
part,
fucking food apps.
it wasn't like it was a freaking varsity game that meant something. It was a freaking JV game. It's you give somebody a rope, they want to be a cowboy, you know. Yeah, Joey gave me crap all night, the other photographer, because that was right before halftime. And the second half, I go walking over there, and he's leaning on his knee on the edge of the field. And I'm hollering, photographer, get out of the way. You got to get back behind that line. He's falling out laughing.
It might have been a test, Joe.
Line,
Joe, you shouldn't have been angry. It might have been a test. You should have just taken the gobstopper back to him and give it to him, and the referee would say, "And so shines a single good deed in this weary world." And you did it, Joe. You did it. It was a test.
Fucking Willie.
Now, usually my first reaction when somebody does something, the first word that comes out of my mouth is "bitch." You know, I'm glad I didn't say "bitch." You're not talking to me. I wouldn't have won then.
I knew you could do it, Joe. I knew you could do it, Joe. You don't just shoot the games. You get everything. You get the whole stadium.
Yeah. I don't have to deal with the Bush League referees anymore. Now the real ones come out on Friday night.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. But thanks you guys for helping me with my battery situation.
Could have just got in the car and drove to Home Depot real quick and dropped it off. It took me 5 minutes.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah, I think the salt water and the batteries.
You still could. You still could.
Still can take it there. Yeah.
You could still go get it out of the salt water and take it to Home Depot if you wanted to go somewhere.
I'd leave it in there.
Because you can go to battery. What is it? Hold on.
Wait, so
it's called battery and cell phone. It's called calltorecycle.org, and they give you all the locations you can go to in your area.
So after it does all that, after it, does whatever.
After it.
Yeah.
Just take
well,
it.
How long is you supposed to? Yeah, just take it in there and tell them you want to drop off a bad battery.
I believe it in there
Sometimes
for
they
a day.
have a drop-off box that you can drop it in.
Yeah, and TJ just count. This is a day that you learned a new recipe.
Yeah. Well, I think
how to make salt water. Tomorrow we're going to teach you how to make ice. You're going to be shocked at all the uses of water in the kitchen.
That's funny.
Yeah, TJ, don't do it till tomorrow. Leave it in there for a day.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
Okay, TJ.
I don't know if Walmart still has it, but Walmart actually used to have a box, and you could walk by and just drop old batteries in the box.
Yeah, they used to. And
They had a disposable box in electronics you could walk into.
Best
and
Buy
drop
used
them
to have the same thing. You know how you go to a Best Buy and there's the electronics department right there? They had a battery disposal.
Most
Best Buy
places that
charges you
sell
$5 to do it now.
most places that sell electronics will usually have a battery disposal for customers or people that want to come in and drop it. Just like used motor oil, you can take used motor oil into any
Back to the
shop around
mechanic.
here, and they have to recycle it. You can walk into Walmart with a 5-gallon bucket of used motor oil and say, "Here, I'm here to drop this off," and they'll take it and dump it in their thing. And
I just sent it to work with my wife. She works at a forklift place, and they got a recycle barrel.
yeah, because here I think it's actually a law they have to take it. Because they would rather you do that than like dump it down a drain or something, or dump it in your backyard or some stupid shit like that.
Yep. That used to be how you got rid of oil. Told you how to just pour it right there on the ground.
They put it in a dumpster. Worry about let them have it at the landfill.
They had it. They had where you would dig a hole, fill it full of gravel and stuff, and then you'd pour your oil down that.
Yep.
Dre's over there, Cine Bandit. Oh hell no!
Oh, like I said, I remember the
Dre
days.
don't like illegal
Like I
dumping.
said yesterday about burning trash. I remember the days change the motor oil in the car, and you had a tree that you didn't want. Pour that
Pour on
old
that
motor oil on
stump.
top of the tree stump.
Yep.
till you killed it. I remember those days, man. Like I said, we just don't do that today.
Yeah, now you gotta look at it from your position now, because you
Yeah.
get somebody for doing that.
Oh yeah, big time.
Well, we know a lot more than we did then too. You can't hold the past to our standards because they didn't.
Well, like I
know or
say,
think.
we didn't know the ramifications back then. We just did it because that's what the previous generation
Hey.
before us did.
The oil came out of the ground. Why can't it go back?
We had that philosophy also.
Yeah.
Let's return it where it came from, but it didn't come out your engine like that.
Yeah, and people and you thought, hey, it'll break down. Oil breaks down.
Yeah.
I keep pouring in that hole. It keeps disappearing. Where did it go? It obviously goes. It's fine.
But back then we didn't know about water tables.
Oh, we knew about it. We just thought that by the time it.
Well, I'm talking about average citizens. Didn't
Oh.
know about water tables. They said, well, it's just going back in the ground. It's oil. Oil came out the ground. I said, well, yeah, but the water table that has to go through first. And that's something I had to learn, just becoming an inspector, is learn about water table, aquifers, and all that kind of stuff that are below ground. And he's like, there's entire cities that are sitting on top of aquifers and stuff.
Yeah.
Natural deposits of water.
Yep, our town here is, well, on top of a lot of water, and a lot of the water that it was mines that were then flooded and let go back. They stopped pumping the mines, and so you've got a lot of Joplin area that is sitting on top of water.
Yeah. I know out here, especially come out west, water is king. When you have water rights, you pretty much control everything else.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's a big old thing in California over water rights.
Yeah, like I
Isn't
said,
there?
'cause we have water lines that extend all the way from the Colorado that belong to DWP out of LA that come across the desert all the way through down over the high desert down into the valley, across San Bernardino, all the way into LA County. And we cannot even touch anything above ground where those lines sit.
Yep. That was a big subplot of Chinatown. Jack Nicholson.
But the water lines underneath.
Water rights.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a big battle over water rights in California for a long time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, it's always, but that's why, here in San Bernardino, well, you go to pre-San Bernardino, LA County used to be all the way to the Nevada border. And then San Bernardino came about in the, I would say, early 1800s. And then it became a county mid 1800s. And then it was still the largest county in the lower 48 states, but it was even bigger than what it is now, because it used to be San Bernardino County encompassed everything from Nevada, right outside of Vegas, all the way down north of San Diego. And then the people of Riverside didn't like the reputation of San Bernardino and decided they wanted to split. And that's how Riverside County got developed, because they split from San Bernardino.
And San Bernardino County's still big as shit, man. That's a
It's
huge
one of the
county.
largest counties in the lower 48 states. But it doesn't have the population because the majority of the county is desert.
Yeah, because where I lived in Newberry, I think it's only like 10,000 people out in that area.
Yeah.
But it's very spread out though. Like it's not concentrated at all.
That's why I tell guys, I operate in San Bernardino, Riverside County mainly for my drone work, but those two counties take up, I would say anything from the Washington D.C. area all the way up to New York. So I have a lot of territory to cover, just not a lot of people.
Yeah, I'd imagine being a sheriff out in, or a deputy out in where I live probably sucked because there's nothing out there. But they have to go all the way out there, out by Ludlow and all that crap.
Yeah.
There's just nothing out that way.
I was thinking about going that route next for spring break. I was thinking about going to Flagstaff, staying there for a week for spring break next year.
Because sometimes there'll be only like one CHP officer out there for 60 miles, you know, and they don't really have any backup, you know.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's when you make the wise decision. Is it really worth it?
Yeah, because sometimes I do. I've been so many times drove from Newberry all the way to Vegas and didn't see one CHP officer the entire way. You know, that's a big area, big empty area, so they don't have a lot of guys out there at a time.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Well, like
there'll be 2 or 3 out there, but not all the
your
time.
backup may be an hour away or 2.
Right. And that's even them running 100 miles an hour down the freeway trying to get to you. Yeah, it's like the cops in the real rural areas like Alaska and stuff, you know, they don't have any backup. They gotta fly 2 hours on a plane to get to the little town to deal with some drunk. They're all by themselves.
You ever think you're gonna come back to California, Justin?
Probably not. I like Florida. I'm looking forward to the starting of the 2028 election countdown after next week.
Well, I think your boy DeSantis may have a run for his money next time.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if Vance ran next time.
Well, that's what I think. I was going to say Vance.
I like Vance.
Vance has been speaking. He sounds like he's auditioning for the 2028 spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be happy with either one of them, but it would be a hard choice for me to choose. I mean, I like DeSantis, but I would rather keep him as the governor. But unfortunately, he's already in his second term, so
right. Yeah,
he can only do 2. He could do 2 terms, and then he can skip a term and then do it and then rerun again if he wants.
Oh, is that right?
You have to, you have to at least have 1 term in between. Like say, you go 4 terms, you have to have at least 1 term in between each 2 that you're not governor. So
is everybody ready for Halloween?
You just can't have more than 2 consecutive.
No.
No, I got mine. I got mine.
I don't see a difference with the hat.
You never seen anything like it before in your life.
I don't see a difference with the hat. Yeah, I'm not doing. I haven't dressed up for Halloween since I was probably.
I don't even do Halloween. This is what I'm doing for Halloween right here. 3 Musketeer ball.
Like when I worked at Walmart, everybody used to dress up for Halloween. I was like one of the few that didn't. I don't care. I didn't have time for that.
Yeah, when I was in the military, we did Halloween, and I was dressed up like Morgus the Magnificent. It was a guy here. He used to dress up. He was like a medical guy, like a doctor, and he always had the dirtiest lab coat on with blood all over it. And he talked funny and the whole works. I was dressed up like that, and I came out, and they had 3 girls on roller skates, and I scared them so bad they took off the roller skates. They had the old metal ones. They were sparking when they were leaving. It was on a military base. They sent the military police down to see who was scaring the people.
And then everybody stood up and cheered.
Well, they fell out when they saw me standing there like that.
No, Don.
I mean, I had the lab coat with all the blood on it.
A very heartfelt speech.
No, they laughed about it. They didn't say nothing. It was Halloween, but I haven't done Halloween in years. I don't know. Around here, you can't do Halloween unless you put something on your door to let them know.
Agree. Yeah.
Guy walking around in that suit looking like a millionaire for Halloween.
No. I go to my usual 7-Eleven. They all like it when I walk in. They think I work in the city manager's office or something.
Walk in there. I want my free coffee next time. I'll have to come here and shut this place down.
You know that's what he does.
That was my role when I was inspector. I was like, hey, keep it up. I'll send everybody home today.
I expect a dozen of donuts on my desk by the end of the business day.
So just keep it up. Keep running your mouth. I'll send everybody home. If you don't, I say, don't believe me, let me call my buddies with the black and white cars and see what happens.
So everybody go home and leave your handicap space parking as well.
So y'all want to play games on this construction site? I'll play games. And Joe, remember that? Oh, you want to play games? I'll play games. Get in my classroom.
Yeah, I think of that. I think of Colin Farrell on Horrible Bosses. He's playing such a jackass. He said, who's that guy out there in the office? He goes, who, Ted? He goes, no, Professor Xavier out there wheeling around in his wheelchair thinking he's better than everybody. He goes, go out there and fire him. I don't like the way he looks.
Oh, man.
All right.
You got there, Don?
Oh, I was just setting up so I can use my iPad as a external monitor for my Sony.
So you got the
I have an agency that wants to stand over my shoulder.
yeah, but I was thinking we got a adapter cord for mini HDMI out of the camera into an iPad.
I do have out, but I don't want it tethered, so I was just going through Bluetooth and going to
okay.
Imaging Edge. He doesn't need to have the fullest. He just wants to see framing and stuff. So
Did you get the job?
I won't know until tomorrow. They're supposed to let me know something by tomorrow.
He got the job. He's got the job. It's just a
I
formality at this point.
Nope, I don't count the job. No.
I know you don't, but I'm positive
I have applied for jobs I thought I was a shoo-in for and then got disappointed, so I'm not going to do that.
Now, Don, remember all the guff they gave Justin about training and how he's supposed to get paid? Now, you make sure you stand up for yourself when you show up for work.
No, they ended up paying me for my training yesterday. So,
hey, I already know
just not the 3 days on the bus.
And the system. I know the people there. I know what would it be
Well, I'm being positive for you. You got the job.
Was it corporate atmosphere?
I don't doubt he's gonna get the job. I just want to make him feel like everybody was treating you, Justin. Will you make sure you go tell them they're supposed to pay you for that?
Hell no, I wasn't about to go do that. I was on your side on that one. Fuck that. I'm not pushing no buttons. I'll wait till I'll wait till I form the bus attendants union.
I think they should be.
I say Don would be a little different. Don would go and complain. Hey, I'm supposed to have a parking spot out there with my name on it. All right, I'm not going to tolerate this kind of stuff.
Well, it's a remote job, so they'd probably just say they'll find whatever parking spot you want. It's your house. Park wherever you want, dude.
They come to his house, put a sign on the side of the house.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Then they have to
listen,
put a handicap spot too.
I spent the entire week worrying about whether or not I got this job. I need paid for that time.
So they put one as a dine, and then the other one will have to be a handicap. They have to have a handicap.
Well, and like I told Paul before, it's a right to work state. You really have no rights as an
Yeah,
employee.
you're right.
The right to work states, man, they can just let you go for no reason.
Yep.
They don't even have to have a reason. They just say, we don't need you no more, go home.
Oh.
I mean, there's a lot of places that aren't going to do that for no reason. I mean, they're going to have a legitimate reason because they're not just going to fire a good employee for the hell of it. But they have every right to because of the laws. So, Walmart doesn't have to go through their whole write-up process. You get 3 write-ups, you get fired if they didn't want to. They could just be like, go home after the first time you piss them off.
Now that would vary from state to state, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, some states are right to work. Some states have a protection for employees.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But Walmart can't do that across every location.
Oh, but here in Florida, they still do the write-up where you get 3 write-ups and you get fired. But
Right.
technically, they don't have to by state law. They could just let you go the first time if they wanted.
Right.
So
I'm just saying Walmart probably takes that stance because all states don't have that same policy, right to work. So by 3 write-ups, that covers their behind in court.
Well, not to mention, like I've always said, like Walmart's gotten sued so many times, they go kind of above and beyond what the state requires. That way, it does look good on them. They could say, well, you require a 15-minute break. We were giving them a 30-minute break. So what's the problem, And
right.
That's the way they do it. Like Florida only requires a half-hour lunch on an 8-hour workday. They give you an hour and 2 15 breaks. They don't have to give you that much.
Yeah.
Because most companies, you generally work 7.5 of the 8 hours you're there. Where Walmart, you're there for 9 hours. You work 7.5 because they give you 2 15-minute breaks on top of your hour lunch. But it's paid, so you're getting a full 8 hours. Like Sarah's job, she literally only works 7.5 hours a day because she takes a half-hour lunch that's not paid. So, I get an extra hour a day for doing nothing because they give you a half hour to get to where you're going and a half hour back as a courtesy. They pay you an extra hour every day.
That's not bad.
And then if I get appointed as a permanent employee, kind of like your induction in like as a full-time permanent, I actually get paid over the summertime, not having to work. They'll still pay me in my normal check every month out. It doesn't come out of my pocket. It's just they pay you for being off. So, but they told
School
me
districts doing that.
Here they do, yeah.
Look, I know out here, they'll do that, but they take a little bit out of your check throughout the regular year, so they can pay you. Basically, they consider you like a 10 or 11-month employee.
Well, here they do it as long as you're labeled like a sub. So I'm a sub. I'm not a appointed employee yet. So once I get appointed, then I don't have to do that. But while I'm a sub, they'll do that. They'll take a little bit of money out.
What the hell?
And then they put it aside, and then they'll cut you so much of a check every month.
What's that, a Halloween parade?
Halloween
Because
parade.
even my wife as a teacher, she's like that. They take so much out of her check so they can pay her over the summer.
But here, once you get appointed, they don't do that anymore. They just pay you. So you get a full paycheck.
Yeah.
That's close to what
That's the
happened in our
Halloween
neighborhood.
parade they do every year. Goes around the block.
Go throw them some peanuts
fast. Well, like I said, over the past 6-7 years, Florida's invested a lot of money into their school system.
Turn on
And
the
they went
sprinklers.
from
Turn on the sprinklers.
Florida went from like number 30 something in the country for worst schools. Now they're like number 3 or number 2 for best schools.
Well, now
Like
they can't keep no teachers now.
Well, now they're offering now they're offering a $5,000 bonus, sign-on bonus if you're a
Yeah.
teacher or a first responder and you move to Florida and take
Yeah.
a job. And last year they gave out $15 million in those bonuses, and then they're
Yeah.
allocating another 16
Mhm.
million, I think, this year on the budget for it. But
Yeah,
the-
like I said,
the-
that's what happened when you get too political, and you're basically alienating your educators and first responders because of nonsense that's going on at the top of the political landscape.
And see, like the sheriff here, he was talking in one of his press conferences. He's like, he goes, "You wouldn't believe the stack of applications I have from police officers from around the country that want to move here." He said, and he was started naming states. He was like, "These are the states that just aren't supporting their law enforcement." He goes, "Why would they want to work there and get into a legal shootout, but then get vilified by the state government and get charged with murder, which some of these cops have gotten charged for something that was 100% justified. But because of that whole movement of defund the police and everything in some places, they still got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
And so the cops are leaving at an all-time high rate in a lot of places. I mean, Atlanta PD, I think they said have lost a couple thousand officers just within the last year or two. So a lot of them started just when some of them took early retirement, some left.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for that golden handshake.
What, for you to retire?
Heck yeah. I'll leave early. Give me that golden handshake.
How many more years do you have?
2.5.
Oh, that's not too long. That'll go by quick.
Now, my biggest concern now is that my parents, like I said, I just don't want to be in a situation where I have to still work to get that retirement. And
What's up, Al?
I'm, like I said, I'm basically living with them full time to take care of them. I was just talking to a lady. I ran to the grocery store yesterday, and she all of a sudden just lost her hearing. And she was like, "Say, I was on track. I was going to retire in about 5 years." And she's outside doing some chores, and her hearing just went out. She had no pre-existing conditions or anything going on. Her hearing just went out. She fell to the ground. She couldn't get her balance. She had to crawl to get back in the house. And she said it took about 2 years later, she finally got approved for the surgery to have some kind of magnetic or whatever implants to go in her head so she could hear again.
Oh, the
They
cochlear
never could figure
implants.
out why she lost her hearing.
Yeah, cochlear implants.
Is that your lawn right there?
Yeah.
Go out there and holler, "Get off the lawn!"
I say sprinklers be on big time.
Yeah, I had a friend years ago that had one of those implants. She couldn't hear, but it was crazy, like because she had no hearing, but the minute she stuck that on her head and it stuck with the magnet, it was like
Right.
it just clicked on. It's crazy how good those things are. Like the technology behind them.
But I mean, it was really through her life in turmoil because she was going through the same thing. She worked every day, and then on the weekends she would drive down to Orange County to take care of her mother, and then drive back Sunday night, get ready, go through the whole cycle of working a regular job. And this happened to her out of the blue.
Is this the school that's walking by, Paul?
Yeah, they
That's like a
elementary
clown car. They
school is
just keep
behind
coming.
me, behind the house.
Yeah, I know. What are they doing?
They do a Halloween parade every year around the block.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because they're not stopping at any houses, so I was wondering what
Nope.
the hell they were doing.
Getting them kids ready for lunch. Walk them around, get a little tired, a little hungry, feed them.
Getting them ready for a nap. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Nap time after lunch.
Nap time.
I ain't seen no hot teachers yet.
No, that's
They
the end
got
of it
that-
right
So a
there.
couple of big
Dustin
booty
looking guy in
bouncers.
the back, probably a registered sex offender.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's my costume Halloween. I'm a registered sex offender.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's disclaimer.
Did you watch Linus yet, Justin?
What are you talking about?
The TV show, Linus.
Oh, no, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, they had a scene in I think it's episode 2 where her daughter and another little neighbor kid are having a little lemonade stand and stuff, and these people pull up in the van, and that's the first thing popped in my head. These people pop out, they look real nice, kind of youngish looking people, and they walk up to them, and I guess the girl had made some little hand-drawn posters or whatever, and they just kind of over the top talking about how great her posters look and everything, and the lady offered to buy all her pictures. You know, because she said, I'm selling for $1. He said, I'll buy all of them. And it was just too over the top. And then they asked the girl to come to the van to help them hang them up inside the van.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
the mom is watching this. She pulls up and she's observing this. And it's like, just like I would, if I was there, the bells would have been going off big time. And as soon as that van door opened, the mom pops out of her vehicle and she's drawing her gun and walking up on this van. And it had to be a legit deal, you know. But you never know in today's society, man.
Hell no, that's when I would have been to pull in the front up of my shirt. Do we got a
5.2-inch
problem?
barrel be coming out.
Yeah, it just you just never know.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. You see that I put that 20 round in there and put that one in the chamber. It is hard to rack that first round.
Well, I
wonder if there's too much
do-
pressure on the magazine.
on the clip.
It
'Cause
was.
usually on mine, because I got a 9, and I said the clips hold 15, but I always put one in the chamber, so I got 16 altogether. But I always load that first one by itself.
Yeah, I'm
in
gonna
the
have to do
chamber,
that.
then put the clip in.
See, I've always
Yeah, 'cause-
put one less than what the magazine could hold, so I wasn't putting too much.
Yeah, I tell you,
Pressure
when you put
spring.
20 on it, I mean, I couldn't pull it back. I
Yeah.
got it back and I said, okay, take the magazine out. Took it out, took one round out, put it back, put a round in, and then put the round back in the mag.
Yeah,
And it worked.
probably.
You know, but I'm gonna have to do it a different way.
Well, it's probably putting too much stress on that spring. I would just go one
Yeah,
less on it.
too much pressure on the spring. I would load that one round in the chamber and then
Yeah.
put the clip.
And 19 and 1's good. You know?
Yeah, I've always done that. If a magazine holds, say, 7 rounds, right, I would only put 6 in there because
Yeah, you keep
I don't
one
like-
less.
I don't like to put too much stress on that spring when it's completely compressed, because you can actually ruin that spring over time by doing it. What's up, Al? Philip, how's it going? Oh, I know. Our schools, Philip, the kids actually don't get the candy and all that stuff till the end of the day when they're going home. That's when they usually hand it out to the kids. Like I said, I can't wait till I go out trick or treating and I get to do the 20% parent tax on them. Take my cut out of there.
You said 20% parent tax.
Yeah. It teaches them how the government's going to screw them later. Got to teach them early, Joey.
20% parent
That
tax.
way they're not
Well,
so-
if you, and like I said, if you like me, 20% be all the chocolate.
Well, mine was Three Musketeer bars. All the Three Musketeers came to me.
Yeah, like I said, you just take all the good ones. Give me them Musketeers. Give me no Milky Way, Snickers.
Yeah, they didn't like the Three Musketeers. That was the good part. So
Like I said,
I'd be having 20 or 30 of them.
Like I said, that way when they get their first paycheck, they're not surprised at all the taxes will get taken out. You're like, well, you remember that time I used to take your candy? This is what we were preparing for.
Yep. You're being fair.
Oh man.
Shoot, I used to go to my cousin's house, the one that died. She had all the best candy. I just go in there and take what I want. We
One
made
year,
sure we made a trip there.
one year, me and the kids were trick or treating, and this really nice older couple was down the street, and nobody was coming to their house because they were at the end of this like kind of weird street, and so everybody was kind of bypassing them. And we decided to walk down there, and it was probably 7:30 by that time. And the guy was like, he goes, I'm kind of sad nobody came down here, got any candy. And he goes, do you guys want all this? He goes, me and my wife are diabetic. We really can't be eating candy. And he took this massive, like 5-gallon bucket, and we had a backpack that we were putting all the kids' overflow candy in that they were getting. And he just dumped the entire thing in the backpack. I mean, it was packed full. Guy gave us the whole bucket.
Justin and them way at the end of that street with a thing saying they're not doing any Halloween down there. And waited and went down there and got it all. You know that.
I kind of felt
blocked off.
Like I kind of felt bad for the guy because he was like, he told me he was kind of excited to hand out candy to the kids, and nobody came down to his house, and we were the only ones that went down there. And so we sat and talked with him and his wife for a minute, and then him and his wife gave all the kids the candy, dumped it all in the backpack for us, told us we could have it.
Justin extorted his 20% tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, the kids, you didn't see nothing.
A good shot.
Oh boy. All right, Mr. Murray, I'm gonna call
Sometimes
it
I amaze myself. I got a good shot here.
Appreciate you letting me come on.
Okay, Dre. Hey, thanks for being here.
Later, Dre.
You guys take care.
Dre.
Yeah, Don, let me show you this picture. Sometimes I get a good shot that I didn't mean to do. That one right there. 92 is one of my players. I like that shot. He's trying to get to the ball. He's looking at the ball. The guy getting ready to throw it. Get the guy in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like how they're all in focus in the front, and then they're kind of just slightly out of focus in the back.
Yeah. I
think
like
it
that.
looks like
That's
a good
one.
picture.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Sometimes you get lucky and get something like that. Most of the time, you're focused. You got a group of them. You don't get it like that. See, that's because you got to be in the right angle. You got to be in the right spot on the field.
Yep.
You can't be told get behind the yellow line.
Would you say you get like some of your most amazing shots when you're not really trying,
No.
or just?
I'd say about 30%. 30% when I'm just following the play and I'm not worrying about taking a particular person. And then all of a sudden something starts to happen. I start shooting. Like I told you, that one-on-one first place with, I didn't even look through the lens. I just had the lens pointed that way. I know I was focused in the middle of the field. I just snapped it.
All right, I'm jumping off. Stretch out for a little bit. I gotta leave in about an hour and a
Hey,
half.
look at this one real quick before you get off.
All
It's
right.
like this one. This is way down the field.
Yeah.
This was way down the field. The ball was coming in and they were going up. Now the guy caught the ball. The next shot shows him catching the ball.
I was gonna say, if only you got between there and him catching the ball, get it. That's the problem is that the ball is cropped out.
Yeah. That's him catching the ball.
I would almost, on the one before where the ball is cropped out at the top, I would almost see if I can find a football and
Put
Bring
one
it
in.
full, bring in full frame.
Yeah, I can't get to the ball. The ball's right outside the picture. But I got a ball in one of the other pictures pointing down. That would
Right.
work.
That's what
I
I
could
was
stick it
talking.
in there.
That's what I was talking about. If you had something
Yeah.
that you could use that had the same lighting, would blend well.
Yeah, I could blend one right down there, put it right above their hands coming in.
All right, I'm out. I'll catch y'all later.
Okay, we'll see ya.
All right, got that. Where is?
And shoot, I got 2 plays later. I got them kicking the extra point. The ball sitting right there. You know, got that one I could use. But I got one in the beginning with the ball being thrown into a receiver, and that one I could take that ball and manipulate it right in.
Upload files. There you go.
Oh, it's 92. Yeah, it's 92. Yeah. Well, I'll be glad to be finished with Wednesday nights after tonight. Yeah, that's usually 8 to 10 weeks of freshman JV games where I'm doing 2 a night.
Wow.
I'm glad we lost one because of a hurricane, and we only did 10 games this year, so only did 9. They get long because you get 2 back-to-back games. You got about a 30-minute gap in between, and it gets old. By about the 7th game. But you see, it was better this year because I had 17 players that were paying me, so I wasn't going out there for 2 or 3 players. So I felt like I was getting paid for it, so it was even better. And all of these players are going to be moving up to the next level, so I should have them next year. And that's all that counts. Doing your homework now, you know. They got this one player, 13 and 12, two players. They did not pay for the pictures, but they're the 2 main running backs, right? I've taken every one of their pictures this year and put them in a folder, separate, and kept them. So if the parents come back and say, man, I wish I would have bought the season package, I'm going to say, look, I'll go back. I'll give you a deal. I'll go back and give you the season package. But since I got to look for them now at each game, I'm going to have to charge you about $50 to $100 more. So instead of them paying $200 for a bunch of junk pictures, they get every picture for the same thing. I already got them. I just have to tell them, it'll take me a couple of days. In a couple of days, put it on the site for them. But I already have it set up. When I see a player doing that, that's what I do. I pull a folder for them. If they don't do anything, all I do is have a folder with JPEGs on it.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. I think I'm going to call it, and everybody have a great Halloween. We'll see you all. Joe, are you going to be around tonight, or are you shooting?
I'll be around tonight. I'm going to try to get a hold of Johnny. He wanted to go fly today, but I don't know where. Haven't seen him. What's up, Shaq?
Yep. Yep. Happy spooky, creepy day, everybody.
Andrew. Yeah, let me get my costume back on.
Okay. All right, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you again tonight.
See y'all later.
Bye for now.